Good morning, this is Tracy with Totally Traced, and I am here. I'm going to show you a card, and this is one that I've traced. So this comes from Laura's Creative Pages. When I saw this layout, I absolutely loved it. It's unlike anything I've ever seen, so I knew I wanted to trace this and make my own version. And since I'm featuring Toile and Twigs this month, I thought I will make it with the fall paper. So I'm using Gathered Together, and I've pulled out this sheet. I think it's my favorite, but again, you know, it changes every day which one's my favorite out of a pack. And then I appreciate so much how many of you have purchased my fall card kits. I actually have my husband die cutting in another room right now because so many of you ordered them this week that I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get all these out this week. So I do not have my emboss and cut machine right now. So I've cut a few pieces in advance just to be ready. So hopefully this will work for the card I'm making. We'll see how it goes. And if you can see, I have proof that I've already been working hard this morning. I've got early espresso ink all on my fingernails. Okay, so I've got a basic white cardstock. And I'm just making it typical size, so 8.5 by 11, and I scored it at, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let's get you the right measurements. Okay, now I'm using this paper, and so I just want a frame for it, so I love how this goes together. Of course, I could use early espresso, I could use basic beige. All of them are gonna get a different feel, but be beautiful. All right, so with the cardstock, I'm going to cut it at 3.5 by 4 3/4. So I'm going to go 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then with the Designer Series paper, I'm going to go 3 1/4 by 4.5. So I just went down 1/4 inch like I typically do when I'm creating a frame. All right, let me get this out of the way. And now I'm going to glue these together. So I am so inspired by all these fall papers. I've just got idea after idea after idea in my head. So today I am getting kits ready for all of those of you that order, but my goal is to work for 2 hours on getting kits ready and then maybe take an hour break to do some creative. All right, so here is where the magic comes in. Good morning, Deb. So again, this is coming from Laura's Creative Pages. This layout is just so unique. So that's where I'm getting it from. So this corner I'm putting at 1/2 inch, and this corner I'm putting at 1.5 inch. And then I'm just gonna cut through both pieces at the same time. And now I had to draw myself a picture because if you follow me, you know I'm not good at my puzzles. So I had to draw myself a picture to remember where these pieces go. So this one, I want to line this corner up here. And then this piece is going to go on the opposite side, and I'm lining this corner up at the top. So I want this side to line up, but I want this corner to end up here. So it's gonna look like that. And then of course we're gonna cut some pieces off. So let me do that because I just want you to see how stunning it is. I just realized I've got my TV on and you might be hearing that sound. So let me turn that off. All right, so again, this corner is gonna go here and the side lines up with this side. Just like that. And then I'm gonna do this one. So I want this side lining up here, but I want this corner up at the top. I'm using green glue because that way I can move it. Okay, like that. And then we're gonna just flip it over and cut off these extra pieces. I'm gonna use my cutter, but you could just use pencil. No, that wouldn't be helpful. You could use scissors. Nope, and I didn't get it all the way through. Let's do the top part first. There, that sounded like that time it went through. Oh, maybe, oh yeah, it did. Okay, now I'll use my scissors. Now that I've got that straight edge, it should just kind of fall right off. Yeah, it's going right through. Okay, I just love what that does to the eye. And then, so that's the basic layout, and now we can decorate however we want. So again, all month long, I'm trying to use these two, the Amber Autumn and the Branching Out. But if you have this paper, don't forget about Terrific Toadstools, because this has all these little mushrooms in the paper. So this would be a great one to bring back out. And instead of, like, over the summer, I was stamping it in Poppy Parade and the fun colors like Granny Apple Green, whereas now you could do more of the fall colors. But I did pull out, if you're just tuning in, I'm getting all the card kits ready. So my husband has a stamp emboss machine, and he is cutting all the die cuts for me because so many of you ordered, which I so appreciate. So I just grabbed what I already had cut, and we're going to try and make it work. I think I am going to use this stamp set, and I guess we're just going to do it on white cardstock because I don't have any of my fun shapes to die cut right now. Ooh, wait, I could do a punch. Let's see if Heartfelt Hexagon works because I love that punch. Love the shape of it. So I'm going to punch out a white. And then let's punch out a Cajun Craze too. Don't know if we'll use it, but we'll see how it goes. And then I like to lay my sentiment on. I love this Hello Friends. Oh, sorry, that's probably really loud for you. I love this one. I think it's gonna fit nicely on here too. So I'm just gonna lay it how I want it. I think I want this little offset, but let's try and make them straight. And then I'll put my block there. And early espresso, excuse me, or Cajun Craze. I think I'm gonna do early espresso. I've already got the ink on my fingers. Why not get some more? If you haven't heard, Stampin' Up! Is going to all photo polymer stamps. They're phasing out their rubber stamps. I gotta tell you, I'm excited by that. I always get the perfect stamp when I use these. I tend to catch edges with the other ones. All right, I haven't used this little tiny acorn yet, so I wanna see how it looks, but I'll do it in basic beige. Let's just see how that looks. Oh yeah, that's cute. Okay, little embellishment there. Oh yeah, I'm glad we cut that out because that definitely needs some color there. So, trying to think if I want it to go that way or that way. I think I want it to go that way. So I'm just gonna cut this right in half. And then we'll glue it like that. Actually, with the white gap, maybe I do want it going the other way. Let's cut another one. See if I've got another Cajun Craze scrap I can use. This one should work. Good morning, Barb. Good morning, Nikki. Glad you could make it with me today. Yes, I like that better. Okay, and then we're gonna see how those go, but let me glue this down. This paper is a specialty paper. I love it with all the gold accents. Oop, I didn't do a very good job there. That's better. So I did pull out, I already have these cut. So we'll see. Let's cut this because I think that's going to be too big. Let's try there. And then of course some leaves. And this is actually from the center of this when you cut it, but I hate to throw it away, but I'm starting to pile them up. I'm not sure what to do with them. Yeah, see, I haven't figured it out. And of course I've got my little gold acorn. And all of these die cuts, let me make sure I'm saying that right. No, I'm not saying it right. So the acorn and the branch comes from this, from the branching out, but the leaf comes from the amber autumn. So I'm just playing to see how I want it. Oh, I think I like it on that side. I don't know if I want to cover up that cute little acorn. Maybe if I just leave this out. This is where I would probably, if I had my embossing machine right now, I would probably use this one as the gold over top that. But I can't be picky. I mean, he is helping me get everything ready. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not sure where this cough is coming from. Sorry about that. So again, I'm featuring these papers all month long. So every Monday there's a reel. And because I'm using 2 different papers and 2 different stamp sets this month, I usually do 5 reels a month. But this month I've got at least 7 scheduled. And then you never know when I'll pop in with an extra live. Like, I don't think I was on the schedule today. I think it's usually every other Saturday. So make sure you're following to get some inspiration. And then I do have 2 kits available this month using it. I cut those kind of small. Let me cut a couple more. Do you guys use the last of your sheet like this? I only ask because, believe it or not, for a while I didn't. I threw those edges away, not even thinking. Hello. Those could be used too. Yeah, I think right there. All right, so there is our card. I just want to show you my 2 kits for this month because you can sign up for them all month long, unless of course Stampin' Up! Sells out of the supplies for it. So the first one is called the Gathered Together, and it's where I'm using this specialty paper. And so we're making 5 cards. This one's a little fun fold, it has an insert. That's that paper I love so much, the same paper I used today. Another gatefold. And then the other one is Autumn Toile. So we're making that one. and this one. And the links to sign up for these are in the comments section. And then I'll show you what a kit looks like in case you've never ordered a kit from me before. Oh, all right, so this one has the stuff coming out. I haven't sealed it up yet. So the designer series paper will be in there. And this is the this kit. So the dots are in there. These are the streak dots, I think they're called. You'll get 3 feet of the weave. This is amazing. I love it. Let me just shove this back in here. And then you have the envelopes in there that have all the supplies prepped and die cut for you. So the only thing that you need are your basic supplies like glue, dimensionals, and then you'll need to provide your own stamps. So like these, you'll need your own sentiment. I do give you the die already. So just your inks and your stamps. Again, those are in the links in the comments to register for those. Thanks so much for joining me. I just want to remind you, next week the schedule is a little bit different. So on Tuesday is my in-person Kit Together party, so I won't be live with 2 Minute Tuesday. Then Wednesday I have open house at my school, so I will be greeting all my families and won't be able to do my normal Wednesday live. So I have moved it to Thursday. So Thursday I'll be live at 5:30. Oh, and I'll actually be doing these cards. So I hope you'll join me then. See you soon.